Alright, today we're going to talk about percent of change, and percent of change can either be an increase or a decrease. Now how you're going to find those is going to be the exact same way, but you have to indicate whether or not it is an increase or a decrease. Alright, so let's say a something that cost $25 is on sale for $20. So how you find it? It's always going to be the difference over the original. So you just find the difference. It doesn't matter which way you do it, but you want to make sure it's always going to be positive. So 25 minus 20 is 5. And then the original price was 25. So now we have 5 divided by 25. So you just work that out. So 5 divided by 25 is going to be 2/10. So make that a percent. Move your decimal twice. 20%. And in this case, our price went down, so it is a decrease. Alright, let's do a couple more. Alright, so my weekly mileage for running went from 20 miles to 24 miles. So again, we're going to find the difference. 24 minus 20 is 4 over our original, which is 20. So I have my difference of 4 over 20, and we're just going to divide that. So 4 divided by 20 is going to be 2/10. Make that a percent. And it's a 20% increase. Alright, so let's say last year I weighed 150 pounds at the start of the school year. And this school year, I started the school year at 140 pounds. So what is my percent of change? So again, we're going to subtract 150 minus 140 is going to give us 10 over 150. So now we're going to divide. 10 divided by 150 is going to give me 0.06 repeating. So you make that a percent, move your decimal twice. That's going to be 6, and 6 repeating is 2/3, so it'll be 6 2/3%. You could also round to 6 7/10%, but 6 2/3% is going to be a little bit more accurate. You could also, if you wanted to round to the nearest whole, you could say it's about 7%. One last thing we forgot to put, that is a decrease. Alright, so I got two things there, 85 to 95 and a 50 to a 75. So these are students' scores on a test that they improved. So the first person went from an 85 to a 95, the second person went from a 50 to a 75, and we want to know who had a greater increase. So again, you start with the same thing. Subtract your two numbers, so 95 minus 85 is going to give us 10 over the original score of 85. And for the second one, we got 50 to 75, so 75 minus 50 is going to give us 25 over our original of 50. So now we're going to divide. 10 divided by 85 is going to be 0.117, and we can just round these to the nearest whole. And then 25 divided by 50 is going to be 0.5. So you make these percents. So this is going to be 50%. Make this a percent. This is going to be about 12%. So the second person had a much higher increase in percentage of their grade than the first person, even though the first person scored higher, or